What is probate? Probate is simply a court system. Every state has their own probate court system, where a judge says who's in charge of an estate. So if you pass away, who's in charge of making sure that your assets go to the heirs who are legally entitled to them? It's also the system where a judge decides who serves as the guardian for a minor child or incapacitated adult who needs someone to manage their property or make medical decisions on their behalf. When you haven't made plans yourself, the probate court steps in to fill in those gaps in your planning. So if you don't have a plan, the probate judge figures it out. They figure out who's in charge and what happens to your assets. So for example, a probate judge could put someone in charge of your finances if you're incapacitated, or they could appoint a guardian for your children if something happens to you. And they can also appoint who's in charge of getting your assets gathered and inventoried and paying your creditors and ultimately distributing your estate to your heirs after you pass away. That's where a probate judge steps in to fill in the gaps. It's a court proceeding. So when your family members or your loved ones have to go through probate to help you or your estate, they get a case number. And just like any other lawsuit, those court records are public, and the judge makes the decision about what happens and when. Probate isn't evil, and it's not the end of the world, but for a lot of families, it can feel like that because it costs money and it takes time, already during the difficult time after losing a loved one. There are ways to avoid or minimize probate so that you can make things go as smoothly as possible for yourself or your loved ones when something happens to you. We can talk about that when we meet.